Okay, this is the third video in our series. Let's go to the daily time frame. We're doing total analysis on Solana USD. We started out by identifying our daily zones and our 4-hour zones. We drew our trend lines, and we ended up drawing more ranges than trend lines because Solana USD is clearly ranging. So let's identify our market structure and our trend origin. So what is trend origin? Trend origin is the point that indicates the beginning of a new trend and the end of an old trend. Or you can just call trend origin, plain and simple, the beginning of the trend. So where does one trend end and another trend begin? It even seems like a good idea that I drew this trend line here, because now you can see that there was a bullish trend line here, but now this trend line has been broken, and you can even see a bearish trend channel. So the point at which price made that switch is clearly here. Let's make that red. So this is our trend origin. So now that we have our trend origin, let's identify our market structure. So we have a bearish impulsive, correctional, impulsive, correctional, impulsive, correctional, impulsive, correctional, bearish impulsive. And as you would expect from a range, price is in a correctional move. So if price is in a correctional move, what are we expecting next? Obviously, we're expecting a new impulsive move, which seems to just quite nicely align with what I was already expecting for price to continue bearish. So let's continue identifying our market structure. Now we're going to be drawing out our swing highs and our swing lows. We'll be using lines to identify them to make them much easier to compare. You see price action instead of just, a line drawn across chart. So that's a lower low. This is a lower high. We have another lower low here, followed by a lower high. We have a lower low here. We have a lower high. We have a lower low. Should be identifying a lower high because price has not been confirmed, or because price has not broken through the lower low. Whichever lower high we identify now will just be an invalid. It will just be unconfirmed. So sometimes I would identify one and then call it an unconfirmed lower high. But this lower high is so close to this daily zone that I might as well not bother drawing an unconfirmed lower high. Just be mindful of the zone, Okay, so that's it. Let's delete this. So that's it for the third video. We identified our trend origin and our market structure in this video. And in the previous videos, we identified our daily zones and our 4-hour zones, as well as our trend lines and ranges. So the next thing we're going to be doing is some real price study.